The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Carolina Panthers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That'll be caught. Lega with it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And the ball is knocked out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. This is McCaffrey on the give. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. There's Wilson to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Wilson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry. No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up. And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there. Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here. They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can. You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive? Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Breaks a tackle. Oh, what a juke into space. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, he'll take a shot for McCaffrey downfield, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He finds his man complete. It's Richards. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. They're going to look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Not that time for Watkins. And it's 3rd and 4.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds is right at the 40. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
To throw is Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On play action, they'll throw. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time you wait for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, Monk. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know,
and he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That caught by Trimble. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Second down and goal. Wilson, rush coming, and he's taken down. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Lutz's kick is good. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Throwing is Wilson.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
136 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a give right side. Monk. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll keep it on the ground. Monk.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 29.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll try the left side. Monk. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Lutz is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Back to throw here. And he rifles one incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Like 17.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
10's the mic. 10's the mic. I'm coming for you.
They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Mike 17. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 17. Mike 17. Know your job.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down now. It's Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Jesus, 2nd half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, which to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 to lead. This this game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
That's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 149 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, Panthers.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give right side. Monk. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And his that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Second down and 7. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Wilson. Over the middle to Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Now Wilson down around his goal line.
He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Shotgun, Wilson. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. Open man has got it, the tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Well, that should be a... Just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs. And they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball.
Bill Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a first carry for their fullback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Second and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Wilson. The connection made. It's Graham. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be
You don't deserve anything for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the error pass. 4th down coming up.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, a leap it. He will make the catch. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
I'm going to hit you all.
So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation...
And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they...
I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
Back to throw.
Pass complete. Goddard.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers have just about sewn up this football game.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Carolina, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll return.